This is a story about a man called Neil.
Hi, I'm Neil.
Neil's a fund manager, which means that people give him their money so that he can make more money.
I manage money.
Now that may sound like Neil's a magician, but in fact he achieves this by purchasing company shares. Company shares tend to increase in value over time, and Neil's job is to choose the shares which can deliver this growth for investors.
Very attractive valuations right now.
It turns out lots of people want more money, and so they go to Neil and ask him to buy shares for them. Neil takes their money and selects what he feels are good companies to invest in. Neil's been doing this for a long time, and he's developed a strategy that delivers good
I
returns.
think that one.
He focuses on large, well-established companies that pay out their profits in the form of dividends. These regular payments to shareholders make them attractive investments, and because they're regarded as stable companies, lots of people want to buy these shares. They're listed on a stock exchange to make them easy to buy and sell in large volumes. This means they have liquidity, which makes it easy for Neil and other investors to turn on the tap when they want their money back.
I'm wealthy and I love it.
Neil gets very good at buying shares and delivering growth for his investors.
Another one bites the dust.
One day he gets hired by one of the biggest investment companies in the UK, Investo Prudentia.
Neil, we want you.
He continues to deliver good returns and quickly builds up a reputation as one of their top fund managers.
Neil, you're the best.
Pretty soon, happy investors are spreading the word, and Neil becomes a household name.
Neil's fantastic.
Before long, it's hard to find anyone who has a bad word to say about Neil.
The guy's a f***ing legend.
As time goes on, Neil starts looking for better ways to grow money.
Must be more.
And he starts looking outside the stock exchange at companies that are smaller and less well established.
These look good.
These companies often produce very high returns, but greater risk means fewer people want to buy these shares. For this reason, they can sometimes be hard to sell, which makes it difficult to turn on the tap when investors want to. Neil wants to invest in these high-growth markets, but he finds that Investo Prudentia won't allow this.
Are you mad, Neil?
As a large company, they have lots of rules and procedures that all their managers have to follow.
Absolutely not.
Because unlisted companies do not have liquidity, the company is concerned that their money tap might be affected if too many investors want their money at the same time.
Those games are asking for trouble.
Pretty soon, Neil gets tired of all these rules, and he leaves Investo Prudentia to set up his own company, Neil's the Deal. Because of his reputation, lots of investors follow him to his new enterprise.
We love you, Neil.
Just like before, Neil has lots of money to buy shares, but now he's the boss and makes all the decisions.
This is so good.
He still buys shares on the stock exchange, but he also starts to buy unlisted shares in search of higher returns. For a while, everything goes well, but then the markets hit some turbulence and share prices start to fall. Lots of people get scared and want to sell their shares to get their money back.
I was looking to sell.
Neil starts getting lots of calls from his investors, asking him to sell their holdings and turn the tap on. For the shares in large listed companies, he has no problem, as there are still people who want to buy them. However, when he goes to the unlisted market, he finds that people are too concerned by the downturn to buy these smaller companies.
I wouldn't touch that shite.
No matter how hard he tries, Neil cannot attract alternative investors, and so he is unable to liquidate these assets.
Shares? Shares? Anybody?
Neil does his best to reassure his investors that the taps will soon be unblocked and that their money is coming.
It's just a systems problem.
But after a while, people start to lose patience.
When will we get it, Neil?
As confidence in Neil declines, more investors start asking for their money.
I want it tomorrow.
Because of all the selling, the value of all the shares starts to decline, which only makes things worse.
You bastard!
Neil continues to ask for more time.
Just give me a few
but
more
quite
days.
soon the media is openly discussing the issue, and once again Neil is a household name, but this time for all the wrong reasons.
It's a total balls up.
Needless to say, things become increasingly difficult at Neil's the Deal.
Stop saying it's my fault!
Before long, the company starts to fall apart.
Oh, you're fired!
Pretty soon, Neil realizes the game's up, as a tap that doesn't release water is no good to anybody, and at the end of the day, confidence matters in the world of investment.
Hello, are you accepting fund manager applications? The name's Nigel.
And so concludes the story of Neil, a cautionary tale on the importance of liquidity.